Good morning, youth. I hope you guys are doing well today. We had a blast ice skating this week, and we'll be back to regular youth group tonight. I'm going to dive right into it. We're in Proverbs chapter 6. I'm just continuing to look at what Proverbs has regarding godly wisdom. And so this week, I want to just note that, a lot of times in the church, we talk about God as being this God who is loving and all loving, and that's true in regards to God's care for people and concern for our lives and our spirituality. God is an all loving God, but the Bible does tell us that there are some things that God hates, and Proverbs introduces these, and the reason that they're introduced is, one, to tell us something about who God is and what God cares about. But it's also a challenge for us to keep some things in our life in check. So, Proverbs chapter 6, starting in verse 16, it says, "There are 6 things that the Lord hates, 7 that are an abomination to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that make haste to run to evil, a false witness who breathes out lies, and one who sows discord among brothers." So when the teacher uses the phrase here, there are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are an abomination. This idea of 6 and then 7 is a kind of like a literary tool. It's a language tool in the Hebrew written language to key us in on a couple things. It's one, that this is not a complete exhaustive list. Rather, they're going to introduce a series of things that are all somehow related, and usually that 7th thing keys us in on how they are related. And so the last bit then is that this literary tool is used to focus and draw our attention in on that last thing, that 7th thing. And so what does Proverbs say that God hates? And it's this. The first thing it says are haughty eyes. And these are this kind of attitude and this disposition of a person being better than someone else. It's pride. And it's prideful look at someone else. And this is, the idea is that the attitude and the look actually puts someone else down. And God hates this because of what it does between people. It makes people feel bad. It makes them feel lesser. And so God doesn't like that. The second is a lying tongue. God is a God of truth. And so if a person is one who lies and actively deceives those around them, God does not like that. He does not like when people are lying and being deceptive and those type things. The third is hands that shed innocent blood. God is just, and God hates when people unjustly harm one another. Like it all of these things, as you're going to see, are kind of have a common thread. The fourth is a heart that devises wicked plans. And this is not just like when someone does a mistake. This is someone who looks for a way and is committed to being wicked to the people around them. It's not pleasing to God. God hates that act. Feet that hastily run into evil. So not only do they sit around planning their wickedness, but they're also actively pursuing, carrying out that wickedness on others. The sixth is a false witness who lies. This is a little bit different than the person with the lying tongue, because the false witness is one who does not care to uphold justice. They're willing to lie about the truth in order to get something that they want. And so God hates that because it negatively affects the people around you. And we kind of get these And like when we hear these, like, oh, God hates these things, we can kind of get it. Like, none of these things are great. And at the end of the day, we all can kind of understand, like, yeah, I think I kind of don't like those things either. And so the seventh, it says that the thing that is an abomination is the one who sows discord among brothers. God hates it when his people are at odds with one another. Because at the end of the day, God does love us. But that love, it prompts God to desire for us to show that love to one another. It displeases God when we fail to pursue that love with one another. He hates the things that we do that cause harm to our brothers and sisters. And so, I would encourage you to pursue loving those around you. Actively pursue it. Look at this list and say, like, do I look at someone as if they are lesser? Do I lie about people and to people? Do I have hands that are their first response is to do harm? Do I sit around figuring out how I can do something wrong to someone to maybe benefit myself? And then do I ever take action on it? Do I ever bend the truth in order to get something and not see the right thing done? Because at the end of the day, those things sow discord among brothers. And so I would challenge you to look at those things, and then also dwell on the thought of how much God cares about and loves us, because he knows that when we live at peace with the people around us, it's better. And so I challenge you to think about those two things today and this week. And I hope to see you guys on Sunday, whether for church, we meet in the morning, or for youth group, regular youth group this week. So I love you guys, and we'll see you soon. Take care.